Hi, I'm Dr. K.Nevelsteen, and it's time for another update. Going to start the store of stores. So there's some new components. First, I renamed the HTTP translator to TX HTTP, and it's a new version. And then I'm going to install the TX SL translator for Second Life, the TX authorization, which is a new authorization component, and the universal user interface component. With that installed, then I can jump into the JS Orange test page. The store of stores will pass along my credentials, and then I can close the store of stores. So if I click on the teleport now, it leads to Second Life. But what happens now is that the warp enters the IPSME ecosystem, but the other components will not accept an unauthorized warp message. So the authorization component detects the warp message and then presents the user with a dialog box whether to confirm or not the warp. Depending on the user's interaction, then the warp can be authorized, and then the warp can be passed on to the other components and the warp can continue. If that does not happen, for example, if there's no interaction, then the control is passed back to the source world. Now, one of the things I want to illustrate with this demo is that a click and forget kind of system like maybe HTML's hyperlinks is not always advantageous when you have to have some type of negotiation for privacy or authorization during a warp. So I'm going to go ahead and warp again this time, and I'm going to click allow. The warp message gets passed to the Second Life translation component, and that component knows everything it needs to know in order to deal with Second Life. That means it can install Second Life in the background, then boot Second Life, and then when Second Life has appeared, then tell the source world that Second Life has taken control and starts and continues the boot process. Second Life can also log me in, provided it has my credentials, and then we appear in the world. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to teleport in Second Life to some random location. And then I'm going to log out. So the link in the JS Orange test page leads to the Ahern welcome area. So what will happen now is I'm going to hit the portal, and this time the authorization has been whitelisted, so you're not going to see the dialog box asking for authorization anymore. And then Second Life has already been installed, so it should be immediately booted, and then I should be teleported to the Ahern welcome area in Second Life immediately. You can see that the source virtual world has been notified that Second Life has started, and Second Life is booting, and we appear in world. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.